देखना ही है बस। मैं शुभम कौन सा कोई नहीं आ रहा है, बस 3 ही लोग हैं। तो आज हमारे 5 ही लोग हैं। भाई तो आ जा। हाँ ठीक है। अरे नहीं आ जा, हम 3 ही लोग हैं। इसका लेक्चर नहीं लेंगी वहाँ।
नहीं मैम ने बोला था उसको टेस्ट करने को। आज हम तो जाएंगे। अभी उसके लिए हम लोग उसकी नहीं लाया।
लास्ट टाइम हमारा शेड्यूल ऐसा था, मेरा थर्सडेज को बस सेकंड हाफ में लेक्चर होता था, बाकी इसमें 3 और होता। इस बार पता नहीं क्यों नहीं किया, मुझे उस लेक्चर का है इसलिए आया।
हां इसको बोला से जाओ खाएंगे चल तो आ गया।
सुबह आराम से तेरे भी मिलेगा ना
ये बोलने के बाद में पता चला तेरा लेक्चर है। चल आते हैं खाली खाली
इसलिए पड़ेगा फिर।
उसको क्या बोले तुम लोग सोया चप खाएंगे। अब वो मेरे को देखेगा ना तुम लोग को नहीं मार देगा। इसने बोला था भैया ने। अरे
क्या
मैंने बोला था ये क्या है।
अरे मैं सोचा
कौन से बेसिस पर
मैं वो भी सब भाई
और अगर फेसबुक में नहीं है मैं मेरी बात दे
अब पिछली बार बोला था
वही
ना है
अरे अपन जाएंगे भाई जल्दी करते नहीं तुम लोग को क्या बैठोगे बस मैं बोली थी कि हम लोग जाएंगे तो तो बोल दिया हां मैं भी बोल गया मैं भी बोल गया मैं बोल रहा मैं दीदी खेलता है हां पर मैं निकल
हां वो डेफिनेटली
मैं सीधा भैया को बोल रहा हूं सर ओ भैया भैया मुझे बात कर रहा है बोल मैं की बात कर रहा हूं ये जूनियर कौन बोल रहा है ये से बात कर रहा हूं मैम नहीं है
ये ज्यादा ठीक है बात
आप भैया ही रिलैक्स तो आगे भाग रहा था
लेक्चर छोड़ के भाग रहा
लेक्चर छोड़ के भाग रहा था
मैम
आज
is our class only till 5:20
no
we were told last class you
But how do I teach you without a textbook? But what do I do then? You have one textbook. You don't come with a textbook.
No.
How am I supposed to? I understand your reason. But how are we going to study?
PDF
PDF
अच्छा भी आया
Do
नहीं
you have a notebook?
then
You know, you sit there. Yes, last time you read that story. I'll explain the story. Okay? But in the second half. Arey, but I have told you that you come in the second half. I have told you for past 3 months. 3 months. Abhi to we have finished our grammar, more or less. Then you sit and learn letter. They all have learned 2 letters.
yes
Next lecture, I'm going to ask you to give your topic and you will be writing a lecture.
okay ma'am
Next lecture, not this. We need to cover our
next
next week.
lecture.
Next week. Next week.
How
No?
you have your class
So, Bhavya, you will see. We will continue because they will go after 1 hour.
Yes.
I have to complete some of the courses. You,
thank you ma'am because I told at home that
yeah we started at 5:20
ठीक है आज अगर बहुत बड़ा अरे टीचर फोन चार्जिंग पे
I understood my class again 78
wow,
इस पे क्या
that's something.
2 marks lost for not drawing margins and not doing the correct sequence of the paper. 1 mark for sequence, 1 mark for margins. Our supervisor teaches us English, so she cuts marks.
18.
Sorry?
18.
Out of 20?
Yes.
Good. We go full on. I drew the opening margin of the first place and the closing margin. I was so
Not
scared.
even 20.
I did not even understand what did I do wrong. I have to go to her after like the open house and I'm like, what did I do? Why did you cut my marks? She's like, oh yeah, that's because you did not draw the margin on 3 pages and there was no sequence to it.
Look straight. We will continue with our lesson, our glimpses of India. We'll do Assam. You have the unit volume.
Yes.
You have the grammar volume. Where do we have letter? UT1. Now you know what? There are letters in that. So read the topic, go through the letter, try to remember the sequence, try to remember the points that are given. Okay? So
Ma'am, please do this chapter.
एक घंटा बैठ के करोगे क्या? हाथ में क्या करोगे? इनका लेसन ही अलग है. इनके. I'll give you the question answers after this.
You can give right now and right now and show you on the last previous chapters and 19. You can give not the letter of final, you give me
Now we need to complete
Which
this
your
chapter.
better
We need to complete
हाँ
this
तो
chapter.
मैं ना अलग से
Nice.
मेरे एग्जाम में
Ma'am, you can give me 15 questions.
Ma'am,
I'll write.
ma'am, can we do this chapter? Ma'am, this is
Which one?
of a scientist.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, please.
Okay, write 15 questions of mix like this Verona 19.
You know, I'm not a brilliant person. I cannot teach 2 textbooks at a time. I have told you that you come in the by 5:20. You should come at 5:20, and then you can sit for 1 hour.
Ma'am, I'm not saying you teach me. I'm just telling you can give me 10 to 15 questions. I'll write in this lecture and I'll show you. You can take note.
But why 10 to 15
So
questions?
it's like on chapter Verona, that row tiger wala and the letter also.
You all will not go in 1 hour then. I will continue.
That's unfair. We came on our time. It's his fault.
Ma'am, first of all, he does not provide me any time.
There are so
to
many.
the website.
I have to finish your portion.
Lamination's almost done. I told
We
you
have told our
to
parents.
Ma'am, but you also does not show it like
No, don't give me that excuse because I have told you that you should come at 5:20. Your class will always be at 5:20 if it is not grammar. Last time I told you our grammar is almost covered. We have finished grammar. See, I don't mind taking 1 hour lecture for you alone, but you have to come at 5:20. As simple as that. No, I cannot leave one chapter that is not complete. We have to go in a sequence. There has to be some order. We were doing glimpses of India. Assam is remaining. Let's continue that, and then we will go to the next lesson. Glimpses of India. Kurk was done. Tea from Assam. And you shouldn't even tell at home that you are coming after 1 hour because we need to finish our portion by October. The entire portion before October. Today we are end of August. We have September, the second month. Only then the test series will start. And this time the exams are in February.
21st February.
So we are
11
for 2 hours.
February.
See, if he's not ready, then you will sit for 2 hours. And अक्टूबर के बाद छुट्टी ना घर पे बैठ के पढ़ना ही है फिर देखना नहीं है ना सॉरी
Previous lecture also.
You had one more lecture before this.
No.
Last week.
Last week,
last
the same.
You will always have English lecture for 2 hours. It is only because Bhavya, yeah, but had Bhavya come at 5:20, I would have taken. But otherwise, 2 different chapter textbooks. I can't teach like this. एक Bhavya को एक para, तुमको एक para.
The thing is, what he should have followed his time. Why didn't he?
Here from Assam, page 94.
72 now.
Okay. 72 in your book. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
ये हमें क्वेश्चन में आया वो
ये एक इधर है लेटर राइटिंग
कौन सा पोर्शन में तू बात को समझा प्लीज
मैं समझा उससे
मैं बेटा
तो अपने पापा से बात कर रहे हैं
ये भाई
क्या
साहब
कॉल करने की क्या तू ही बोला अभी आ जा कोई नहीं है
अभी आने तू
मैं बोलता हूँ मैं बोला वेदांत कॉल मी ही सेड लाइक कम नाउ ओनली नो वन इज कमिंग सो मुझे लगा कि सब ग्रामर होगा
मैं तेरे को बोला था 520 को
अरे तो तू बाद में बोला जब मैं निकल गया घर से
मैं 520 को स्टार्टिंग में बोला था फिर रिकॉर्डिंग तब आ गया तब आ रही थी मेरा फोन रिकॉर्ड है ना वो राशन हां
तू लेटर राइटिंग नहीं है
तू बैठना रे बट नहीं यार
Last week.
ये
बोल के
मैं क्या एग्जाम ए मेरे वजह से वेस्टर्न क्लास नहीं हो रहा तू चुप है तेरी शक्ल देखी
क्यों बुलाया नहीं आ रहा
ये मुझे तब से
अरे तुझे 2 घंटे में 1 घंटा बैठते हैं घंटा बैठते साथ में सोया खाते थे
मैं
चार सौ क्या आए वीडियो में 1 2 3 4 4 वीडियो इधर भी नहीं चल रहा मेरा हाँ ऐसा ये जैसे पॉकेट में तो सेम रहेगा फिर पूरा पूरे मेरा आयशा तू भी समझेगा पैर पढ़ लो भाई सर नाम के पैर पढ़ लो ये बोलना चाहिए पता है 3 दिन से मेरे सब फेल गए
Children, please remember, English lecture you'll always have for 2 hours. Okay?
This was the first time I told it for me to be back.
Will you call up and tell after around 5:30?
Yeah.
So
we will have 2 hours lecture or
2 hours lecture.
at 6:30 until 6:20.
Yes. Tea from Asa. Who would like to read? क्या मुंह हो गया सबका इतना ही बुरा मुंह मत बनाओ
मैं सोचा था घर जाके सो जाऊंगा हम आपने पर बोला तो
पर वेदांत कॉल मी की कोई नहीं एक तेरी बात नहीं उसने बोला कोई नहीं आ रहा आज 1 घंटे में सब चले जाएंगे उसने मुझे बोला कॉल पे
और क्या वेदांत ड्यूटी डिसाइड करता है
नहीं उसने
मैंने उससे बोला था 520
Last time I had told you, don't tell me Vedant had asked you to come. Last time I told you that you grammar is done. We are only doing text now. You come for 1 hour 5:20. Because if you are not coming at 5:20, they will continue.
This was conditions applied.
Yeah, it is always conditions applied. 1 versus 10. So
much soya, please.
Tea from Assam. Why don't you read? Let's start. And you don't have a textbook?
Yesterday his class is broken class.
Okay. There are only one book on each bench.
I have to.
You have to. Do you mind sharing with him?
Okay, should I continue?
Yeah.
Tea from Assam. Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajveer's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajveer to visit his home
Pay attention.
during the summer vacation. Chai garam chai, a vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. He came up to their window and asked, Chai saab, give us 2 cups, Pranjal said. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Rajveer said.
Few.
Is it wow? Is it view? View? It's weird.
More or less what he did.
Wow! Exclaimed
Whoever
Pranjal.
whistled.
Wow! Exclaimed Pranjal. Tea really is very popular. The train pulled out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in the detective book again. Rajveer
Rajveer too was an ardent fan of.
Ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. It was green everywhere. Rajveer had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to the tea bushes. It was a magnificent view. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes, busily moved doll-like figures. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. Hey, a tea garden, Rajveer cried excitedly. Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajveer's excitement. Oh, this is tea country now, he said. Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. I have been reading as much as I could about tea, Rajveer said. No one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. What legends?
Okay. So far, the story goes that these two friends, what are their names? Rajveer and Pranjal. They are going to, where are they going?
Assam.
Visiting the home. Whose home? Pranjal's home. And by traveling in train, they come, as usual, the chai wala comes. And just casually, Rajveer shares this fact that almost 80 crore cups of tea is consumed, is drunk every day or throughout the world. That's a huge number. That proves that tea is one of the most popular drinks in the world. As the train moves ahead, Pranjal doesn't bother to look out. That is, he was born and brought up in Assam, so it was nothing new for him. Rajveer's first time, so he was admiring the scenic beauty. It was green everywhere, and suddenly he saw the tea plantations. That was the sign that they had entered Assam, because Assam has one of the largest concentration of plantation in the world. And then Rajveer says that he had been reading about tea. Nobody knows how this tea was discovered. But there are many legends. What are legends?
Stories.
Stories.
Well, there is the one about the Chinese emperor who
Oh, sorry. I had asked him to. I told him I'll be.
What legends? Well, there is the one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said that they were tea leaves. Tell me another, scoffed Pranjul. We have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditation. Then tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of these plants then put in on hot water and drunk banished tea. Tea was the first drunk in China. Rajveer added, as far back as 2007 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai, and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as a medicine than as a beverage.
Okay. So he tells us two legends. One is the king. He was when they were boiling the water for him, and the twigs that were supposed to be, put under the in the fire fell in the tea in the water, and that gave it a beautiful aroma. And they tasted, they liked it, had a refreshing flavor. So they started, and that those were the tea twigs leaves, and they started enjoying. There is another legend which says that Bodhidharma, he was the Buddhist ascetic, and he would feel sleepy during meditation, and therefore he got frustrated, cut off his eyelids, and they fell wherever they fell. Actually, there is another story where they say that the tea was actually discovered by these Buddhist monks. The Buddhist monks used to spend a lot of time in meditation, and they would feel sleepy, and therefore they needed something to keep them alert and awake during meditation. Does not mean to sleep. So what they did, so this particular monk, he tried different concoctions to keep himself alert. One concoction was he tried to put those leaves of that particular plant, and boil it, gave a nice color, and also him, made him feel fresh. And that's how the Buddhist monks started drinking tea, and from there it spread. There are many stories. This is one of it.
The train clattered into Mariani Junction. The boys collected the luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Pranjul's parents were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Hikiabari, the tea garden managed by the Pranjul's father. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered Hikiabari estate.
So far, his father maintained a tea estate. What was the name of the tea estate? Hikiabari. Okay. Now come on. There's no point in all of you sitting with small faces.
I am just okay. The eyelid wala part has made me very.
Okay. Read.
On both sides of the gravel ground
Gravel road.
were acre upon acre of tea bushes, all neatly put to the same height. Groups of tree pluckers with the bamboo baskets on their backs wearing plastic aprons, well plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Ranju's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. This is the second flush of sprouting period. Listen to Mr.
Barua.
Rajvira.
Yeah, continue.
It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Ranju's father said in surprise. Yes, Mr. Barua, Rajvira admitted. But I hope to learn much more while here.
So that's all this lesson.
I never want to read this.
Yeah.
Don't cut your eyelids, please.
Last time you read, you have the notebook. Last time you read the book, lesson, and these are some of the questions. So I'll give you the answers. Write these answers, copy these answers. You can sit with them and do some worthwhile. That one, I asked you that later. You have the textbook.
Do like ma'am ask you for the.
No, but you're supposed to take the book back from your
She said I'll return it tomorrow. So and I like forgot that today.
You know, I should start doing what the other teacher does. She puts the children out of the class. She makes them stand out of the class, calls the parents, so that everybody knows that the child does not have a textbook. I'm giving you a book. I'm giving you the answers. So it's like a mehrbani on me that you're coming here and studying. So this is question 1. This is 2, 3. All right, these no. These are in short. I have jotted them. You have read that lesson, right? You write these answers. And then, one of this, similarly, my goes one. Yes. Okay. We have the book, UT book, UT volume.
Yes, all three.
Good job.
I bring it every class. When do I get a good job?
Good job to all of you.
Thank you so much.
इतना दुखी मत दे.
हम बेचारे को घर जाने दो.
160.
Volume 1.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Yes. 118. 100 and I'll give you the questions. But before that, you answer this. Tea is a popular beverage. How do you know that?
80 cups. 80 crore cups. 80 crore cups I drank every day.
And
Because Assam has a very large,
okay,
plantation.
1, 2 is 80 crore cups are drunk every day, and it is available everywhere.
Assam is
Tea is available everywhere, even in the trains. One can find fresh cup of tea being sold,
And
even
everybody in the train was drinking it.
Yeah.
That's what they
And
meant.
most of the people
No, this is
while
everybody.
commuting, so everybody in the train consumes tea. That tells us that tea is a popular drink. याद रहेगा? Give the answer. First point तो याद रहेगा? How much? 80. So first is 80 crore cups of tea
Every day.
every day all over the world. And no, all over the world.
What the people, average Indian household.
Yes. हर घर
दो चार भी मिनिमम
5 कप चाय पीते हो तुम दिन में? तुम्हारी दीदी 5 कप चाय पीती है दिन में.
कुछ भी होता है तो हाँ चाय बना दो चाय.
Especially when you are studying.
I don't like the smell of tea. It's my hair. अरे मैं दो
That is her problem. I mean, that is her issue.
हम लोग एक दिन टी शर्ट पहन के नहीं आते मैम इट सेज इशू
Okay. So, and the second reason is, how do we know? Tea is sold everywhere, easily available even in the trains, and in train, almost every passenger was drinking tea. That proves that tea is a popular beverage. Why did Pranjal share Rajveer's excitement?
What ma'am?
Because Pranjal grew up on a plantation, whereas it was Rajni's first time he was drinking anything like the other tea country.
Why did Pranjal share Rajveer's excitement? Rajveer was very excited. First tell why was Rajveer excited?
It was his first time.
Rajveer was excited to see the greenery and tea plantations while traveling by train. He was traveling first time to Assam, and therefore he was curious or excited to see it. On the other hand, Pranjal grew up on tea plantation of Assam, and he therefore did not share. He did not continue the music, or he did not share his Rajveer's enthusiasm. Describe the Chinese legend regarding discovery of tea.
Ma'am, there was a Chinese emperor who used to boil the water. One day the tips of the leaves fall into the water and it became delicious and it was like
Okay. Boiled water before drinking it. Few leaves of the burning twig fell into the water, boiling water, and gave a delicious flavor.
Got it tea.
And then
Then there was another one.
No,
This
them
one.
asked just for China.
Okay, yeah, this is it then. This was the.
okay, China. The other one was
No,
for India.
we are not
It
discussing
was
the
India.
other one.
Bollywood.
He cut his
Don't
eyes
say
and
that.
then very
how and yes. Sorry. So you know this first flush, second flush,
What is this?
tea. First flush is
Flower.
no. In the month of February, March, when the tender leaves come, the top tender leaves, they only pluck those tender leaves, and that is first flush. So it is very very mild. Those leaves are plucked, and those are dried, and that is very first flush is very mild. Second flush is next month. The leaves grow bigger, and they pluck those leaves. That is a second flush. So a slightly bigger leaves, and they give a little stronger flavor. So and then third flush, and what we mostly get, they say, is the dust. The fact tea that we get is mostly the leaves which are dried, and then whatever the best they take the best quality, the fresh ones, and then whatever remains below, that is processed then, and therefore we have our chai. No, that is, they call that as tea dust.
We are drinking dust.
Tea dust. Most of the Indians like that strong flavor of chai that you get from the tea dust that we get. Huh? Unless you like those green, like that green tea. Or do you, how do you like your chai?
Normal
We
tea.
don't like chai.
I'm a black coffee.
I didn't drink
Black coffee as a community of myself and represented by myself, we do not like chai. Chai is not
You like coffee.
Like 95% of coffee. We have the black coffee.
My sister
You like
is an
chai?
avid chai drinker. Like she needs, she saves my mother's number as chai because the only reason she calls my mom from the other room is for chai.
How are bamboo leaves? How are tea leaves collected in Assam?
By doll-like figures. They mentioned it. Their words, not mine.
Normal,
Their words.
they also kind of people, they carry basket and wear everything.
Yes. Where is it?
Kushan busily moved doll-like figures. What do you think those doll-like figures are doing?
Humans.
Collecting tea.
Humans.
Where is that? Where do you see that?
Page number 72, bottom line. And last three words.
Okay.
That was Rajvi.
Dropping the tiny tea plants over tall, sturdy shade trees amidst the orderly road.
Busily moved doll-like figures.
There is no detailed description about it actually.
Yeah, at least they're doll-like.
That was Rajvi is a solution.
Cute.
Okay, I'll give you 3 questions only based on this. There are not many questions, worthwhile questions in this. I'll give you 3 questions. Can you see?
You want your highness provided.
I'm suggesting क्या हुआ लेकिन कुछ नहीं हुआ
मुझे क्यों पता है
I mean,
Write these 3 answers so we can move to the lesson that he wanted us to do.
You wanted?
You wanted? We can just go on.
It's not in our question.
Yes.
Final portion में तो है लोग नहीं.
Okay, so पूरा question like Ma'am, four. Let's do four. Four.
Ma'am, hello. Write these answers, okay? Write these answers. और कितने भाई छोटा सा लेसन है
मैम फॉर्म करते हैं
Mom, are these answers in the textbook, like in the volume?
yes
Where exactly?
Where do you notice it?
question answers
How has tea become a popular beverage?
Yeah.
That is the answer.
for this D is a popular so this is the answer you can write on your own you want to
Yeah,
copy
I don't. No, if I don't learn it from here, then I don't write well in the text. That's why I'm trying to refer the textbook. So if I write the same answer I wrote and it won't be with the proper language. So I shall not do it. You listen to our tomato. Yeah.
first question is first question
How has the tea become popular beverage?
देखिए हमारी estate management Ranjan's father Chinese legend
ये सब पिछली बार भी ये पूर्व ये सब किए थे बेकर फ्रॉम गोवा
वो पहले दो बार लिखे थे ना Are you writing the answers? That first there in the oh I know Oh, you are explaining. So then you wrote you understood more or less what the story is. Both must have was why?
She she was anxiously worried about her and and then after she got that and collapsed.
No, he was waiting for the message from her side but did not receive it.
Remember?
Yeah, but no, he was with lots of doubt and without that he thought was an old man father's letter.
Like he was waiting for some news or something.
So news about his father's
Any
family.
information or like about the doctor. And that would be the postmaster doctor was unwell and he anxiously waiting for some news for of her. And he saw an envelope of shape and color that he expected quickly and it was snatched. It was mentioned.
What is he looking for? What is he getting
You doctor from that last big one.
size of letter is this? D. able to read? The next legend was Indian legend only, no? You don't think that's a true one? What happened? Wrote the answers? All three? Washington write it as a new person. Being unfriendly. Yes.
मम्मी को
Wrote the three answers. Wrote the three answers. Write it after the break. I'll give you time. इतना भी बुरा मुंह मत करना, मैं ही अनकंफर्टेबल हो रही हूँ. Go wash your face and come. Go. वहीं से बाहर जा मत जाना. Go wash your face and come. See, never tell that you have a 1 hour class. Always conditions apply. See, even if he doesn't tell, I would have done it, no? वो next chapter ही है. Bhavya, you ready to wait for the next hour?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Textbook
नहीं PDF चला देंगे हम.
मैं कैसे भी अरे मैं
हाँ संजीति के पास अनुराग के पास.
आप क्या रखी बैठ में
भैया हम रोज रुकते हैं एक दिन ऐसा.
अरे एक घंटा रुको. हाँ 1 घंटा रुको. वैसे तो डेली 2 घंटा. अरे मैं भी रुका हुआ हूँ, मेरा भी इनकम्प्लीट है.
तो तू रुक फिर हम जाते हैं.
आधा घंटा लगेगा.
हमारा